Blackburn have tried to play on a little bit more and get the ball into their forward line a bit quicker. But when they've gone long, they've been outmarked by the Noble defence, whereas Noble have been a lot slower bringing the ball forward, but have just missed those opportunities when they've had them. So it'll be interesting to see whether the sides change up.
Let's hear boundary side now. Brett Beston and Esmond Aponzo are down there.
Just going to jump in and grab Mick Fogarty, the Noble Park coach. Mick, you're one down for the rest of the game.
Yeah, look, that's unfortunate, but that's footy. Like I said, it's what happens in footy, and we just got to adapt, and I'm sure the boys will.
Liam Tobin's the player missing. Boys, what was the message at quarter time?
Oh, look, it's just being physical around the contest, it's getting numbers around the contest so that if we don't win it, it becomes neutral. And I think we achieved that. And just unfortunately, again, we went inside 50, missed a couple of shots. But other than that, I think we've been pretty physical, which is great.
And just tidy up that his disposals going inside 50 a wee bit?
Yeah, well, the boys said it was fairly windy out there. So as we did come in, we helicoptered a bit, didn't we? So, yeah, you're spot on. We'll see how we go this quarter.
Good on you, mate. Well, good luck.
Great stuff from Brett Beston down on the boundary line with Mick Fogarty, the Noble Park coach. They trail by 2 points, and it's Blackburn with the clearance. The opening clearance in this second term. Falls to ground level. Good hand pass effected by Patterson. Looking for his teammate in Conker. Weaved his way out of the traffic well. Got a hand pass away. A quick flying shot towards goal is off target. I believe the kicker was Watkins. We're taking a minus score. So Blackburn very inaccurate. 1-6-12, leading Noble Park 1-3-9 early in the second term. On the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, let's head boundary side to Esmond Aponzo.
The key messages from the Blackburn camp at quarter time is just a work rate, Con Wilson. Head over the footy, get into the spot of the 30 metres, the hot spot of 30 metres away from goal, and just be clean with the ball every time.
So Tim Kelly saw him roost one from this end. A big fly there over the back by Elwyn. He couldn't quite pull it down, but they've got the numbers at the fall of the ball. Noble Park. The handball eventually comes from Keane, goes out to Martin on the wing position now. He goes out wide. So Noble Park just going forward. Shane Allen, the recipient of that handball, drives the ball inside forward 50, but he pushed it wide. Usually silky skills of Shane Allen let him down there, and out of bounds on the full it goes.
Yeah, first involvement in the game for Shane Allen. Probably needs to get into the contest a bit more, BWS.
I was going to say exactly the same thing then, Brash.
Faulkner got it away that time. Here's Parker on the right boot up towards the wing position. Big fly by Watkins. Strong Jukes in that instant. Wants to switch the ball into the middle of the ground. That was good. And now off to the races is McIntyre on the right boot. Sends it very, very, very long. Oh, fantastic mark there. That was absolutely brilliant that time by James Grierson, who just watched the flight of the ball. He almost was pulled down as he took the mark. That is sensational.
Yeah, that's a candidate for the mark of the day already.
And as a defender, you could do nothing more than what he did. He got in front, held his body out, and the boy just took a great diving mark behind him.
Fortunately, there is no prize for mark of the day, but Brash, you might just have to buy him a beer after the game as James Grierson comes in to stretch the lead to 9 points for the Blackburn Football Club. The crowd goes up behind the goals, a two-finger salute in shoes. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it is Blackburn at the 2.5-minute mark of this second term. Double the score of Noble Park, 2-6-18 to 1-3-9.
And the key again was quick movement. They got it, they went inside. As soon as they got inside, they got quick, went long, didn't allow the opposition team to set up defensively. That's where Noble hurt themselves in that first quarter. Too slow getting the ball into their forward line and allowed Blackburn to just set up with a +1 defensively all quarter.
So James Grierson booting Blackburn's second goal. They now have a handy 9-point buffer early in the second term as we recommence play. Dorr lost the tap out to Tamanello. Ball in dispute now in the centre of the ground. No one can quite pick it up. Patterson eventually is set upon by a roaming bull there on that occasion. A great tackle by the big man in Brett Dorr. We'll have a secondary bounce. So Blackburn leading it by 9 points. Dorr won the tap on that occasion. Set upon there is Danaher, who's had a very good season. Broke a couple of would-be tackles. Kick long inside the 50. Maybe a push out on that occasion. Not paid the way of Grierson, and Noble Park will try and clear it on their right half back line, but Blackburn have the numbers. Chasing after the ball is Reid. Goes backwards to go forwards. Tamanello takes the mark on centre wing in front of a very vocal Blackburn bench. Sent to helicopter ball inside. It was almost a chaos ball towards centre half forward. Couldn't quite trap it there. Donahue and Noble Park away on the counter-attack. Hand pass falls into the arms of Allen. He's tackled. Brilliantly effected. Holding the man. So it's going to be a Noble Park free into the arms of Shane Allen. Of course, works as a freight services account manager in his time away from football. Kicked towards centre half forward, found a teammate. Eventually, it's kicked to the forward pocket, and the mark is taken by Kevin Keane, and he'll have a shot, a very crucial shot here for Noble Park to stem the flow from 35 out on an acute angle.
That was just an experienced way of getting that free kick. He knew the ball, he was about to take it, didn't take it, allowed the player to tackle him. So, you know, it's high risk, high reward for Blackburn at the moment. They go through the middle, take the risk, but sometimes they're turning it over, doing it.
So Kevin Keane lining up for Noble Park's second major of the day. They need this one, you get the sense, to stay in touch. 35 out, it's a tough angle, works it from right to left beautifully. And Noble Park get another one on the board. They're 2-3-15, they're trailing Blackburn 2-6-18. We've gone 4.5 minutes of the second term on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a better movement forward from Noble, and that's a lovely kick for goal. It's really interesting to see what's happening in the middle at the moment. Blackburn got a very young midfield in there. Danaher's been really good. I just think Noble, that's the area they've got to lift as their contested football.
Yep.
So Daw to go up against Tumanello. Margin is 3 points on AFL game day. Free kick to Tumanello. Daw went in with the knees in that battle, and it'll be Tuma to take the free kick here. Switches the ball out wide. That's okay, and now they'll go up towards the half-forward line. Here's Thorpe this way, that way, then on the right boot. Sends it in. Conker looks like he'll go for a rise.
Oh,
yes. It doesn't matter because the man of the moment, James Grierson, who pulled in a cracker only moments ago. This time he didn't have to get down low. He went up high, and he pulls down a fantastic mark, and he'll go back from only 25 metres out directly in front.
He was 3 or 4 deep when he came in there. I thought that was a poor kick forward because it allowed Noble to get players back, but he just came from 4 deep and took an excellent mark.
Named as an emergency on Thursday night, and he's coming to this side, and he is really stepping up. Comes in now, leans over it, and misses. Well, very disappointing shot on goal. That's almost a gimme.
Gee, you can't afford to miss those ones. Gee,
No.
that's going to hurt.
And by the look of it, he missed it by a fair way, by the way that umpire went.
And there's still a lot of feeling amongst the two sides out there.
A lot of helicopter punts happening out here today. 4 points is the margin.
What's
Whistle
going on?
has been blown.
Blackburn free right in front of goal.
Free kick off the ball. It was against Hudson Thomas.
And I don't want to be rude, but in the first quarter, when there was a little bit of to-do happening, he was amongst it, and he needs to keep his hands down, I think. That's all I can say.
Matty Bartlett, drop punt, go for a goal. That one hurts. That one gets your team up and about. The crowd enjoyed it as well. So missing an easy shot on goal. Blackburn, this time they got the second chance and they took it. 3-7-25 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They lead by 10 points. Noble Park 2-3, 15, 7 minutes gone.
Well, you can't afford to do that.
No.
They're the ones when you're one player down and you suddenly get a let-off, you can't allow the team back into it by undisciplined play. And he's got to be careful because he's getting a bit involved up forward with Hammond again. So
Pays to wear a high Guernsey number if you're a Blackburn player. 56, 60 and 65, the goal kickers. Back 66 for the Burners, and they win the clearance once again. The hand pass comes through from Danaher, and he gets it back with the hand pass. Long probing kick inside the 50. Big fly from Grierson at the back. Couldn't quite take it. Conker dispossessed. It's right on the teeth of goals here for Blackburn, and rush through Trent Robertson. It's played at a hectic pace for the Bulls defence at the moment. And it's another behind to the Burners. 3-8-26, leading Noble Park 2-3-15. 7.5 minutes in this second term. Allen with the kick in. In fact, it was Tim Kelly, the designated kicker, and he finds his target in Monaghan at right half back. Looks central into the corridor. Mark taken by Keane, who's scored one of Noble Park's 2 goals this afternoon. Looks at the onward direction. Eventually loose ball taken by Petropolis. Finds his teammate in Shane Allen, who kicks the easiest of goals from 30 metres out. And the reply comes from the Bulls. They needed it. They move on now on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard to 3-3-21, trailing Blackburn 3-8-26. We go on 8 minutes in this second term.
Yeah, game's starting to open up a little bit as both sides are really starting to test each other's endurance. Shane Allen just starting to find his feet and start to influence the contest. He's probably had a hand in the last 2 goals here for Noble Park.
Let's cross down boundary side to Brett Beston.
Just talking about what was going on in the middle, boys. Cole Martin's obviously playing a big role, but Jack Sketch has been a bit quiet. He needs to get involved in the game a bit more.
Doncaster East trailing Mulgrave by 5 points, 10 minutes into the second term.
Early days yet.
Yeah. Pye throws it up.
Oh, shit.
My blood pressure's already high enough to hear those sorts of scores coming through. Ball hits the deck. We'll have a restart. Umpire Dan Beard.
Ye of little faith.
Umpiring legend of the Eastern Football League, Tumanello got the knockout. Here's Hanley. That was a scrambling kick. It was chopped off there by Tim Kelly. Got a fist on it as well. That was good play. The Bulls do have the numbers. Here's Morrison on the left boot. Kicked it as high as he did, long up towards the wing position. Mitch Dawson was underneath it, just couldn't quite pull it down. It sat up for so long. And coming across and meeting him was Jordan Marson, and we will have a boundary throw-in.
We'll head to Grant Campbell, some choose tap match stats.
All 5 standard clearances this quarter have gone the way of Blackburn.
Tumanello setting himself up here. Go up against Haynes. Over the back, got a fist, a timely fist, and it comes down now. That was okay there. Donahue chopped off by Bullo. For Noble Park up towards the half-forward line. Ziggy Allen was there. It was a nicely fisted away that time there by Sam McCauley. He's having a really good game, keeping the zig really well held at the moment. Comes out, speak of the devil. McCauley got the handball away. Squeezed a kick into the middle of the ground, did Blackburn, where Dawson takes it. And now he kicks it to centre half back. They will create the switch here into the middle of the ground. It was risky looking for Hanley over the back of him. Glenn got the spoil, but it was nicely done there by Bartlett. Got the handball back. And linking handball. Here's Faulkner. He might just have a ping here, Faulkner. Kicks it long, and the well, he just can't do anything wrong at the moment, Ken Grierson. He'll have another shot on goal. This time it's from a difficult angle. But I tell you what, he is marking everything coming his way at the moment.
He's starting to become a real definite threat down there for Noble Park. Don't seem to have a match-up for him at the moment, BWS.
And the interesting thing is they've got Watkins as well, Toe, being good in the air, and Hammond's the one who really hasn't done a lot.
No. He's going for the old-fashioned check side here. Which way will it go? Across the face of goal. And through for a minor score. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 11 minutes in to this second term. Blackburn 12 scoring shots to 6, but they only lead by 6 points. Brett Beston, boundary side.
Yeah, it might be time for a change of matchup on Grayson. I think Hudson Thomas has been playing on him, so it might be a look at Fogarty might need to make a change there.
So Kelly brings it back in for the Bulls towards left half back. And the mark taken there by the man in Monaghan. Sends it towards the outer wing to no target in particular, really. Blackburn have the numbers. They'll keep it in play. Hand pass comes forward into the middle. Thorpe tried to evade a couple of tacklers, and a good gang tackle effected there from Noble Park. One of them was Haynes, and will have a ball up right on the centre weak position, outer side at Moreton Park.
They're just starting to read the Blackburn move through the middle at the moment, so you've just got to be careful, Blackburn. They've got to hit their targets through the middle.
Tumanello's been excellent in the ruck for Blackburn, wins the hit out yet again to his teammate in Reid, who's set upon by a couple of Bulls. We'll have a secondary bounce. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 98.1 FM Radio Eastern, or streaming live on efl.org.au. Tumanello's kick ricocheted to his opponent in Sketcher, who hacks it inside 50 in the Ziggy direction. Couldn't quite take it. Will tries to keep it in play in the pocket. Kicked it over his head. It was very, very improvisational. Ziggy Owen again. Kick off the ground. It's deep in the Noble Park forward line. They can't quite get a handle on it. And the umpire's blown the whistle. And it'll be a free kick going the Bulls' way, by the way, he's signalling. And James Gwilt's the recipient.
I think it might be Benoit, actually, that's got the ball.
In fact, it is Benoit, number 40.
Holding the football. Fantastic tackle it was as well.
It was. And it'll be a shot on goal from 45 metres out, but he's at a very tough angle. Outer side, amongst the eucalyptus trees at Moreton Park. Can Benoit step up to the plate? 45 metres out, a deliberate approach, kick towards goal. It looks okay here for the Bulls. Tell you what, how about that for a kick? The step up to the plate, and Noble Park have drawn level on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They're 4-3-27, Blackburn are 3-9-27, 13 minutes into the second term.
Yeah, good goal there by Benoit. You know, lovely kick to the scoring end. But, you know, it's really good this game. It's starting to open up. Just a little bit of argy-bargy along the way. It's all spiced up for a big contest now.
Blackburn have got to hope they haven't kicked themselves out of it either.
So back in the middle, Noble Park again looking for the clearance, kicked off the ground by Martin. Again, great improvisation. Being held off the ball there, I think, for Noble Park was Nelson, and he'll receive the free kick 55 metres out from goal, probably just beyond his range here. but again, Noble Park winning the clearances of late. Nelson wheels onto the right foot, sends a probing helicopter ball to the top of the square. Good luck marking that one. It falls to ground level. Chance for Marta, dives on top of the ball. Harper was there as well. And eventually it'll be kept in play there by Allen. Did well with the hand pass. Found his teammate in Glenn. Glenn got the hand pass away, looking for a teammate in Martin. Couldn't find him, but Blackburn are away on the counter-attack. On the members' wing, Bartlett kicks towards right half forward. Over the head of his diminutive teammate in Conker, and it'll be a free kick going Noble Park's way to be taken there by Trent Robertson. Robertson looks central. It's a risky kick. He's turned it straight over. Chance now for McIntyre. McIntyre sends a long ball to an unguarded square, and again they've squandered another opportunity.
Patterson was by himself.
Blackburn 3-10-28, leading Noble Park 4-3-27, halfway through this second term on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Bayswater lead Montrose by 3 goals at quarter time. Doncaster lead Bowen by 3 points as well in a goalless quarter for both of those two Division 1 sides.
Soccer scores.
So it'll be Kyle Martin now. It's a hot game out here. We picked a good one. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Kick goes into the middle of the ground where Monaghan takes the mark for Noble Park. 2 kicks from home. Monaghan usually likes to roost it. Kicks it towards the Alwyn and Gwilt direction. Knocked away from there. Now towards centre half back now. Nicely done there by Dawson. Got the handball away. And now the Burners will kick it up towards the half forward line. Driving the ball forward. McIntyre scrambling kick. Conker paddled it to his advantage. Grayson snap around the body. It was half smothered off the boot. But Conker might have copped one off the football here. It's bounced through for a goal, but it was touched off the boot. People have got excited. But it'll be Conker to go back, Luke, and have a shot. On goal, 45 metres out directly in front.
Well, they, I mean, it was great play then by Grissom, but he had an open runner when he should have handballed to the open runner instead of having a kick. But that's a bit of experience for you. But gee whiz, they need this one. They can't afford to miss another one straight in front.
So Luke Conker comes in now. It was a standing start almost.
It's hit the post.
Pushed it right, and it's only just hit the post as well. So another behind for the Blackburn Football Club. They just can't find the big sticks at the moment. 3-11-29, 2-point lead over Noble Park, 4-3-27.
Double the scoring shots.
Thomas brings it back into play for Noble Park. Again, a helicopter punt towards the outer side of the ground. Blackburn will see it inside 50 once again, but standing in the way is Trent Robertson, who's been good at this quarter. Breaks away with the hand pass to his teammate at Morrison. Over the top, they're in a confined space here. The Bulls working well. Sketcher hacks it towards the centre of the ground. Flying high for the mark there for Blackburn, and it might have been a chopping of the arms on that occasion. The free kick will be taken by the tattooed one, of course, in Luke Parker. Sends it towards right half. Big fly at the back. Sensational grab from Benny McIntyre. Gee, flew high. He was up there for a while. And that's a contender for Mark of the Day, that's for sure. Mark of the Week, in fact.
Gee, I thought he was bringing down rain with him then.
Higher than Joe Cocker, as Rex Hunt would say.
Certainly stood level with the top of the eucalyptus trees at Moreton Park. He'll go back, more importantly, to try and find the middle of the big sticks. They haven't done so in this quarter, the Blackburn Footy Club. McIntyre well wide on that occasion. Didn't even find the little sticks. It's out in the full. And it'll be a free kick deep inside the defensive 50 for Noble Park. They trail by 2 points.
2-6 to 3 straight in this quarter for Blackburn. Gee, I hope it doesn't come back to haunt them in the second half.
Got really close to the man on the mark then.
Yeah, he didn't have to, really, did he?
He certainly had enough purchase. Just waiting for the ball to come back through. Oh, nice kick from the young fella. Straight back over the fence.
Sign him up.
So, Anagnostu kicks it out towards the wing position, and eyes only for the football that time. Ziggy Alwyn needs to get into this game. He's come a long way out from goal. Kicks it into the middle of the ground where Allen's waiting at the back. He needed to go in harder for that time. Alan McCauley, he had eyes for the football. Now Blackburn are off up towards the centre half forward area. Drop what he probably should have taken there was Danaher.
That was there.
He'll go after it again, and he copped one high. So He was lucky, but it was there. I agree with you, Brash, as he goes out wide now, stretching and taking the mark. There is Thorpe on the right boot, kicks the ball inside 50 or thereabouts. McIntyre couldn't take the mark. Sketcher got the handball away. Noble Park, they'll try and get themselves out of danger here. Nicely done there by Sketcher with the 1-2. Gets it away to Alwyn. Needs to have neat skills into the middle of the ground. And now it's Noble Park's chance to go forward here through Nelson on the right boot. That's good play. Keane, well, he was the smallest man in the situation, but the kick was centimetre perfect. And he'll go back and have a ping from about 45 metres out from goal.
Well, you can't miss Keane and Kelly this afternoon. They must go to the same boot manufacturer. The fluorescent green is really starting to show out even from how far I'm sitting.
Do you wear those boots?
Yeah, I do actually. I've got a pair of them at home.
Kevy clean.
Yeah, but I choose to wear them in the late night.
Loving the camera work by Leroy Green as Keane comes in and lets everybody down as well.
It's those boots.
Blame the boots through for a minor score. Noble Park, well, Blackburn will be pretty happy that went through for a behind. 4-4-28 the Bulls, Blackburn 3-11 at 29.
Blackburn's movement into the forward line's been really sloppy the last 5 minutes. Their kicks have been those little in and under sort of kicks that have sat up and allowed the defence to knock it away easily. They've got to start hitting their targets down forward, Blackburn.
It's their boundary side.
Boys, because Jack Sketcher's got into the game in the last 5 minutes, playing a lot better.
Blackburn will bring it back into play. Mark taken at centre half back by Reed. And they run through the corridor here, the Burners. They like playing that way on their home track at Bourton Park. High ball towards left half forward. Flying high for the mark was Patterson. Couldn't quite bring it down. They have the Crubbers at ground level. Conker gets the hand pass away. 40 metres out. On the run. Patterson, a fantastic goal. Liam Patterson roved his own ball in the end. Went up for the marking contest. Took it on the way down and sent a lovely ball forward. And Blackburn break the duck. 4-35. Noble Park 4-4-28. They're 7 points in front. Time on second term. Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
They can't kick him from straight in front. They can kick him from the boundary line. It's obviously down in amongst the pocket where the crowd is. But again, they brought it forward really quickly. That was a poor kick into the area. It was just that it was a good front and centre roving effort.
Well, can they get on a bit of a roll here? Tumanello, handball out wide. Will it sit up here for Murphy? It does. Got the quick handball out wide. He was looking for Hanley. Handball backwards. A little bit scrappy from both sides here. Marson went in after the football. Umpire's going to come in and bounce this one as Chris Clay will hand the ball back to the umpire. Just outside the centre square, just forward of centre for Noble Park. Trailing by 7 points, the home side Blackburn. Haven't they come here to play today? They should be leading by a bit more. You would think Patterson kick up towards the half forward line, but it's Kelly at the fall of ball. Slams it on his boot up towards the half forward line. And a fantastic mark here from Harper. We've been waiting for him to come into the game as well. He's been really well held. Kicks it to the Gwilt direction, who had some space in the forward pocket, and he'll go back and have a ping from about 40 metres out. But it's a difficult angle. It's a hard side for a left footer. Probably the better side.
But that's where the delivery into the forward line was completely different. Gave the forwards an opportunity to play in front and take the mark in front.
Jimmy Gwilt, it just never looked like missing. Gun barrel straight, it goes through. And Noble Park get the quick answer on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 22 minutes gone in this second term. It's a 1 point ball game. 5-4-34 they are. Blackburn 4-11-35 as we cross down boundary side.
The surprises there, boys. The two key forwards, Gwilt and Harper, both combining. They've been a bit quiet in this match, but they got together then. They need to do it a lot more.
So Noble Park with the answering goal through James Gwilt. Sees them trail by just a solitary point. Crucial time of the game, this one, late in the first half. It's been one of those bruising encounters, but the skill level probably improving in this second term as we get back underway. Tap one in the end by Dorr. Good tackle effected by Kyle Martin. Sees a secondary bounce in the middle.
All single goal kickers as well today so far.
That's it. It's been a very diverse game. Dorr again wins the tap. Forces it to ground level. Burrowing through there is Bull. No pun intended. Out towards centre half forward. Chance now for Danaher to relieve the pressure. Gets the hand pass back to his teammate in Watkins. Couldn't quite pick it up. Eventually got the hand pass to a teammate. Kicked towards full forward. Grierson couldn't take it on the half volley. And relieving the tension is Shane Allen for the Bulls. Sends a Twizzler towards the centre wing position. Tried to overtake his teammate in Nelson. Still a chance here for Nelson. But burrowing through there and the hand pass taken by Marson. And eventually the kick has been marked. They're going backwards to go forwards here at the Noble Park Footy Club, and Allen takes it between half-back and centre wing.
He stepped up since you bagged him, Brush.
Shane Allen towards the weak position. Over the back there, flying high was Dawson. He couldn't quite take it, and it's forced out of play right on the outer wing here at Moreton Park.
See, I actually don't know. I actually reckon that Shane Allen's value is probably better as a half forward or a forward pocket, because he has the ability to kick multiple goals very quickly.
Pye to bring it back in. Tumanello versus Dorr. Tumanello had the front spot, got the knockdown, but roved there by Big Brett Dorr, got the handball away, and now the Bulls go forward, bouncing football towards the Harper direction. Reid was right on his hammer. The kick went askew, went over the boundary line and out of bounds.
But even then, there wasn't a huge amount of pressure on that kick, and that was a really average kick into the forward line then. So they're just not executing, both sides are not executing that last kick as well as what they should be.
Deep in the forward pocket for Noble Park, they're looking to put their noses in front come half time, and we haven't seen that yet this afternoon.
It'd be a waste for Blackburn though, wouldn't it?
Pye to start it again. Dan Beard. Wilt did well, used his body well. Marson was in there, little handball over the top. Ball gets knocked goalward. Here's Kevy Keane going after it, but can't keep the ball alive, and across the face it goes, and another boundary throw in. 1 point the margin. Not long to go here in the first half of EFL Game Day. Division 1 football at its best. Strong tackle there by Gwilt. Have a bounce. 98.1 Radio Eastern is streaming live around the globe. EFL.org.au. Hope you're enjoying it this afternoon. Wherever you are in the outer east as you go local for your football. Clearing kick comes out now towards the half back line, and won't call it lucky, but Hudson, who's in the right spot, takes a good mark too. It was a tricky one for him. Pye tells him to play on. It was a shocker of a kick though. Monahan was there to chop it off right in the middle here of Moreton Park. Got it away to Martin, who wastes no time. Scissors one inside forward 50. Bouncing. It might go all the way here. Faulkner just happy to see it go through. 4-1 behind, and scores are level, 35 apiece, 4-11, 35 to 5-5, 35.
That's where we wanted at this stage of the game. Scores being level as we approach half-time. Clay takes the mark. Wonder if he's related, Cameron Clay, or Christopher Clay, to Dick Clay, one of the great sentiment players for the Richmond Footy Club. Played for the Richmond VFL side himself, Chris Clay.
Should have asked Rex.
That's right, former teamo. Kick towards centre wing, and the great mark, great running there from Hanley to reach it. Takes it on his chest in front of his team's bench. Called to play on. Tried to weave his way around an opponent. Hand pass looking in the Conquer direction. Another wasted opportunity for the Burners. It'll be a ball in. Members side centre wing at Moreton Park.
I really like Blackburn's kids, but they are making a lot of mistakes under pressure at the moment.
It's been one of those torrid games, isn't it? Ball in. Door from the back. It's probably improved in the hit out so far this term. Kick around the body from Petropolis. Towards half forward, going up there was Orwood, couldn't quite meet it at ground level. Good pick up from Marson, but was stripped of the football, and Blackburn have one last chance through the corridor. Kick towards centre half forward. Good mark taken from Bartlett. There's time to assess his options. Bartlett weaves onto the right foot, kicks into Grierson direction, couldn't quite take it. Well done, that was class with a capital C. And Jake Hammond finally gets on the board in this match, his first. And Blackburn hit the front on the cusp of half-time, 5-11-41. Noble Park 5-5-35 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, very much candidate for player of the day there. Just Jake Hammond needs to get into the game, and just a little bit of brilliance there gets Blackburn 6 points in front.
But even then, when they got the ball, the kick into the forward line was a
great
mongrel kick.
Yeah.
And it just went, off the top of the pack, and Hammond just a beautiful little touch over the top to himself.
Great call, Damien Watson. Dorr got the knockdown. Martin's in the middle of the ground. Bull couldn't trap it. Dorr goes after it. Tomanello's in there as well as Danaher. Nobody can get a clear disposal out, and umpire Dan Beard will come in and bounce it. Throws the ball up now. Dorr. Easy knockdown that time. Eventually comes out to Danaher. Got the little handball away. Bouncing football. Eventually ends it back up in the arms of Danaher. Good tackle there by Bull, and quick to call holding the ball on that one.
Unfortunately, it was Hudson's fumble that set up that free kick there for Noble Park to now push into their forward 50. You're right, Davo. Some of their young guys just not sure enough with their ball handling, causing turnovers.
28 minutes gone. 6 point lead here to Blackburn. Kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Big fly over the back there by Alwyn. Couldn't quite pull the mark down. It was supposed to probably go down Dawes' throat. Then he might have spoiled him. His teammate Clay takes the mark, and now he's off. Little handball in the middle of the ground. End-to-end football. This is looking promising. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre will have a roost. McIntyre will kick a goal! Well, fantastic coast-to-coast football there from Blackburn. Clean skills right down the guts. That's how you kick a goal. That's how you move it forward. And they've got some breathing space back, don't they, the Burners? On the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 6-11-47. They lead by 2 straight kicks, 5-5-35, Noble Park.
He's had a ripper game, McIntyre. I tell you what, he hasn't done too much wrong with his possessions all afternoon. That was a really important goal there for Blackburn heading into half-time.
As I said, high risk, high reward the way they play Blackburn through the middle.
Another contender for the vibro goal of the day, that one, Damo.
Yes, a handy 2-goal buffer now for Blackburn late in this first half. They needed to capitalise on their dominance. They're finally starting to do so as they win another clearance. Long ball, big fly at the back, almost taking the mark was Dawson. Falls to ground level. Chance now, a kick on goal is off target. Minus score to the left. And Blackburn increased their lead to 13 points. That kicker was Sam Hudson. So the Burners 6-12-48, leading Noble Park 5-5-35 on the stroke of half-time.
Remember Watkins took the big mark out here in the twos one year.
That's right, against Baldwin.
Yes.
Comes out now, here's McIntyre, scrambles one, nicely picked up there by Hudson. He was dispossessed of the football. Martin's had a lot of the football coming in, doing his fair bit for his side. Might have got one in the back, a downfield free kick after he got rid of it. Ball goes forward. Is it advantage paid here? Shot on goalwood by Anagnosto. Everyone stopped, but it will come back.
So did we. We stopped too, thinking it was a free kick.
It's almost probably the definition of advantage, but everyone did stop.
Well, the umpire's taken it to centre half forward here, so...
It was a downfield free kick, so I don't think that's how you can't pay advantage on a downfield. I think that might be the rule.
So there's no point there.
So Ziggy Owen, 2 kicks from home. On the right boot, up towards the half-forward line. Just keeping the ball alive, I think, there.
Centimetre perfect, that one.
And Agnostu, he's loving the Rexisms today as he goes in towards the forward pocket where Jimmy Gwilt comes in and takes a mark. So he'll probably kick on the stroke of half-time. Perfect segue,
there you go.
if you don't mind.
Psychic.
And he'll have a shot. An important kick, this one, a 13-point margin to the Blackburn Football Club. Noble Park squared the ledger only 5 minutes ago, and the Burners have piled on 2. So a big kick here for James Gwilt.
Well, he kicked one from here before, went gun barrel straight BWS.
That's it, as he comes in now, leans over it. That's a fantastic kick.
Yes.
Picture perfect, that one. And Noble Park get one on the stroke of half-time to reduce the margin back to 7 points here on EFL Game Day. It's Blackburn 6-12-48 to Noble Park 6-5-41. It's individual goal kickers right across the board, except for James Gwilt, who put his second through right on the siren. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on 98.1 Radio Eastern and streaming live around the globe on efl.org.au. Carlos and the Turk, they're bringing us up the burgers from the barbecue, and we are pretty excited about that too. And of course, Barry Cotts will be back